Welcome back, my beautiful tater tots. I'm your couch potato queen, Mackenzie, your favorite shady lady with a heart of gold and a tongue sharp enough to cut a lace front. And joining me tonight are two absolute stunners, the always iconic Miss Dakota Raine Wages, and the storm you never saw coming, but you always needed, Tsunami Raine Duvall. Now, babies, this ain't your average recap. This is the grand finale of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, where sequins were snatched, wigs were whipped, and careers were either launched or lovingly escorted out the studio back door. Let's dive into the drama, the glamour, and yes, the final nerve it took to snatch that crown. What's up?
Hello.
Hey.
We're running a little behind today because of me. So, fashionably late.
Well, since you mentioned that, yes, we'll give you a pass because happy birthday, Dakota. Your birthday is Wednesday.
Gosh, I'll be
She turns 55 years old, ladies and gentlemen. 50 fucking 5.
She's literally joking. I'll be 19. So.
What you gonna do for your birthday?
I am getting my nails done because these girls have been on for like a month, so I'm getting them redone. My Lisa Frank nails are like coming to an end.
They're super cute.
Thank you. So I'm gonna get my nails done on my birthday Wednesday, and then leaving for Missouri for my great aunt's 70th birthday bash in like St. Louis. So I'll be doing that for next weekend. So my birthday weekend, I will be spending in Missouri for my aunt's birthday, which was technically back in February, but she wanted to have it in the springtime so that people that were traveling didn't have to worry about snow and stuff. So I will be celebrating my birthday, celebrating somebody else's that already happened.
Fun. We hope you have a great birthday. So what y'all think of the finale?
It was good. I thought it was cool.
I'm underwhelmed.
Como se dice, could not pay attention in the whole finale. I don't know. There was a couple lip syncs that I was looking forward to once they announced them, but I don't know. I guess because, okay, maybe it's just me, but the Lollapalooza last year with like Plain Jane and Morphine Love Dion, I felt like that was what I was expecting, but like that's not like what I got. And granted, like you can't be like, not all the girls are lip sync assassins like a lot of the girls on that season were, but I don't know. I guess that's what I was expecting. If I wouldn't have expected that, I probably would have enjoyed it more. I thought it was okay. And some of the girls gave some good performances. I will give them that. But like some of them were just like really, like Mackenzie said, underwhelming. I just didn't have the pizzazz and the, like you were on the edge of your seat watching the lip sync. I kind of struggled to pay attention during some of it.
I think what you saw, I think you can't really compare the two seasons because last year you had a final 3 who, between the 3 of them, had probably been doing drag for 45 or 50 years compared to this season where between the top 4, they've been doing drag for maybe 15 years between the 4 of them, maybe 20. I mean, Lexi's been around a little bit longer, so let's say 25 to be safe. So, I mean, I really think that just comes down to experience and someone that's been in the game a little bit longer. What do you think, Miss Tsunami?
I agree with you. So what was the question?
She said that she felt like she was more impressed with last season's finale than this season's finale. You know, as far as like the numbers and things like that. And I was saying that I felt like it was more last season's, the top 3 or the top 4 had like 60-something years worth of experience between the three of them, or the four of them combined. Between Nymphia, Plain Jane, and Saphira Crystal. Whereas this season, the girl that's been doing it the longest is Lexi Love, and the rest of them have only been doing drag 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
So, I just think it's a difference of, they've got more experience, so they've got more to put into their.
I mean, I would have loved to seen Lexi Love lip sync for the crown. I will say that. I know she was prepared. I know that there was.
Oh, we know she was prepared for her pop-up.
I know. I mean, everybody saw it, but at the same time, like the rest of it, it was just very boring this year.
Yep. Well, let's get started going through what happened. Let's see. Four queens. Here we go. So first up, we had Miss. What's her name? Oh, Lucky Stars. Sorry, Lucky. What y'all think of Lucky Stars' look?
I love the concept, and I feel like we've seen something similar on another season. Maybe not quite like this, but something similar. I felt like her looks are really strong, but I feel like this look, I hate to be so cynical. I felt like it kind of looked a little hodgepodgey.
Well, I mean, she is a hodgepodge queen. I feel like LaShawn Beyond did this much better on season, was it 4, 5? When she had like the universe floating around her head almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not like this. For me, this was a couch catastrophe. I hated it. I'm just going to be honest. Hated it.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
So would you say meh, or would you say couch catastrophe?
Couch catastrophe.
What about you, Dakota?
I'm trying to think of like everybody's looks that I saw. This one, I would say probably couch catastrophe. Although it's probably not the worst look in Drag Race history. It's just out of everybody's finale looks, it's just not the best. I would couch catastrophe for me.
Next up, we have Miss Joella.
Meh.
Why did she put a toilet seat cover on her face? Like,
is that what she was? I thought she was like a car seat.
I don't know, but does this not look like a toilet seat cover?
It's like toilet seat meets the Teletubbies.
Do you know what this was, Tsunami?
It was a couch catastrophe. That's what that was.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. So, going on from the toilet seat disaster, Miss Joella. I mean, at least you tried. Good for you, girl. Next up, we have Miss Hormona Lisa.
Gag me with a DeLorean.
I really hate this. Like, I really hate this for her. Because I wanted her to come out and slay it because she's got a new body. She's looking right and tight. But
I think it could have, again, just like Lucky Stars, the concept was there. It was the execution. I feel like I liked the top part, but I don't feel like it should have continued down to the waist. And I feel like the dress she has the body, like she needed to do something a little bit more fitted. And like, I don't know, I guess she's supposed to be like a rain cloud.
I think this would have been a better look for her promo look, the like wet look. Than
I think this is more like editorial where you can kind of like move your body and like for a picture, but like for a runway, I don't think that it's strong enough. I didn't really like, I'm just going to say meh. I love her makeup and her hair, and I love from the bustier up, but basically from the bustier up I love, but I don't like anything.
Because of the hair and makeup, I'm going to give it a popcorn pass or a meh, because at least And that's the thing for me with Lucky Stars. You really can't see Lucky Stars makeup because all you see is the same thing, a bunch of paint on the face.
And I mean, and another thing, to be quite honest with you, like RuPaul's Drag Race girls are supposed to be the RuPaul's Drag Race girls. They're not supposed to be looking like a non-RuPaul's Drag Race girl. Like you get what I mean? So like this is something that you would see people in Huntsville wear.
Well, I mean, she's not far off.
It's not very high drag. It's just something added or
super far. She's Chattanooga, so I mean, she's really close.
Well, I mean, the hair is beautiful, the dress is beautiful, but what is this whole boa situation? Like, get rid of it.
And especially on her waist. Like, for her to have lost as much weight as she has and to put that thing on her waist.
Absolutely. Like, I wish she would have came out with something more high fashion.
I will, in her defense, I know, because like I'll always be an ex-heifer, and I struggled with weight like all through like high school. So losing weight, especially as much weight as she lost, it takes a while to like learn your body. And
I'm gonna stop you right there, because go and look at her Twitter or her Instagram page, and all of these shows she's doing, she's got better fitting costumes that she's wearing on stage to perform in that look better than this that she should have worn on the main stage.
The Lollapalooza look that she had is what she should have wore for this. Like, not the bodysuit, but like the gown that was over the bodysuit with like the big, the humongous puffy shawl, kind of similar to that. That's what she should have wore.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
I agree.
Moving on along. Next up, we have Miss Crystal Envy. I wanted to love her look. I was expecting something a little bit more grand, high diva grand dam from her.
I expected, okay, so what Acacia wore was probably one of my favorites, but what Acacia wore is what I was kind of expecting either Hormona or Crystal Envy to wear, because they're like all about volume and being bouffant and like just like really big, kind of like old, like that old Hollywood glamour kind of vibe. Like that's kind of what they give. So that's kind of what I was expecting. I love this look. I just think it's like a little simple for the finale.
I'd mop it. I'm going to mop it.
Oh, I would mop it for sure. I just feel like it's a little simple for her for the finale.
What about you, Tsunami?
I really love this. This is very, hey, I'm coming bad bitch. I'm Marilyn Monroe. I am everything that you wish you could be. Okay? Like the contour of the boobs is sickening. The hair is sickening. The gown is just gorgeous. Very, very well done. And that's all I gotta say. I love
this
it.
is your play of the day?
I would say we haven't went all the way through it, so I would say
mop it. Cool. Next up, we have Acacia Forgot.
Oh, I love this. Honestly,
I'm gonna say we could do a slay of the day for the first or the 10 girls, and then we can do a slay of the day for the final 4. So we can do 2 ones.
Yeah. Slay of the day for me. This is honestly, Acacia started showing us more style and fashion towards the end of her run on this season, and I love this look. Like I was telling, like we were talking about with Tsunami last week when you showed us pictures, the way that the hair is so intricate, but the color of the hair matches like the very, very pastel yellow on the dress. And I love this. This is honestly probably my favorite look from one of my favorite looks from the finale. It's slay of the day for me. I love this.
Yep. I agree. My slay of the day as well. What about you, Tsunami?
I would say slay of the day, but it's just something like I love all drag. I really do love this look. For me personally, it's not something that I would wear.
Yeah.
But I think it's very gorgeous to be up there on
Well,
that stage with the lights and everything. You're not hidden, like, you know, or anything like that. You popped. It's beautiful.
I will say this is what I love about Drag Race is moments like this where a queen is just like really like stuck in a really weird box all season and then comes back for the Lollapalooza and for the finale and blossoms with looks like this because she's seen what she looked like on television and she took notes and she grew from it. So this will be a queen that I would love to see come back for an All-Stars because they've had time to study what they look like on TV and they've had time to kind of build their arsenal up.
Oh yeah, I would love to see her come back for All Stars. You know what I'm saying? I think this is, I think this was the okay. Now I understand kind of thing, you know. And I think she's going to come back really, really fired up.
Yep.
To get my drift.
Next up, we have Miss Corey King, Corey Toot King. I'm gonna mop it. I when we were looking at the promo photos last week and it was just heads up, I was like, oh, she's wearing something that shows her knees again. But at least it's short on one side and long on the other. It's different. We've not seen this dress or silhouette on her before. And I think she is really just kind of, well, I mean, you can tell that she's making that coin from doing what you call it?
I think her boyfriend has a little bit of input on her new incoming style of things as well. Because Lydia, although her outfits could be a little avant-garde and sometimes kooky, like her looks like towards the end were getting like real like pretty and like fashion forward. And I feel like her input has a little bit to do with this because this.
But she's also got that cameo money coming in.
Yeah, but I've never seen like a half cut out mermaid dress. Like I've seen a half cut out bodysuit or like a tight fitting dress, but like a half mermaid dress. I've never seen that before. Honestly, it would have been gorgeous as a full mermaid dress, but I kind of like the cutout a little bit. I feel like this is her at the Lollapalooza last week, that wig and her makeup and everything, because she like moved her wig back a couple more inches so she has more forehead. She got rid of the blue eyeshadow. The wig like actually moved and didn't look so stiff. I love that, but like I love this. This is probably.
I think this is one of the first times we've really seen her in like darker hair for something too, because usually she's wearing really light color blonde.
Her makeup looks so good. Like not that her makeup was horrible. It's just it was a little grating because of like the blue. And her wigs were a little crunchy. But
well, again, she's got that cameo money, and she's like we were talking about with Acacia. She's seen what she looked like on TV.
And like Tsunami was saying, like we love drag. We love all drag. All drag is valid. But what Ru wants is a heightened version of yourself. They want to see you at your best. And I feel like complete 180 for her. Like I would mop it. It's not my slay today, but I would mop it. I love this.
I would mop it as well. Tsunami, you gonna mop it?
I would mop it. I think that, you know, her makeup is flawless. It's the best that I've seen her have. It almost looks photoshopped. It's so good. And you know, the wig went with the hair. I really love it. It's very, I'm a bad bitch and I'm into it. So I would say I'm right there with Crystal Envy on Slay of the Day.
Yep. Next up we have Miss Arietti. I would have said that this was a Slay of the Day for me, but did you clock later on in the episode when they did a close-up on her, it was peeling off of her face. Like you could see the prosthetics falling off of her. So that's the only reason that I'm not going to say no. Like if you're going to do a look like this, you need to know how to apply it and make it stay on for however long. But I would mop it because I can't do this look. I couldn't put this on. So, I mean, kudos to you, girl. Ooh, wrong person.
It's not the first time that we've seen prosthetics done on the RuPaul's Drag Race finale. I love this. Like it looks like something from like the musical Cats. I mean, I liked it. I kind of wasn't expecting it, although we know that she's really good at more theatrical makeup. But I love the dress. I loved like the prosthetic cat face and ears. I liked it.
I also just thought about something else. Do y'all remember? We've seen this look before, but on a different queen. Cornbread did this 2 or 3 years ago, the exact same face, almost exact same ears. Not the same outfit or anything, but she was interviewing, I think it was season 15 cast. And she was interviewing them on the red carpet, and she wore this face, and she came out and gave away Miss Congeniality on the main stage wearing this face. So I feel like if you're going to do something like this, you need to make it something that we've not seen before, because then it kind of takes away that wow factor for me as well. I'm trying to find.
I feel like it's just a good cohesive look, and it's not something that I was kind of expecting from her. I liked it. I would mop it.
Oh yeah, here we go. Hold on, let me share my screen. Yeah, that's where Cornbread did it.
Oh.
And again, it's stealing from Doja Cat when Doja Cat did this at the Met Gala.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cat face. I don't feel like it's like
it's not revolutionary. It's not something we've not seen before.
No, but I mean, that's the whole thing about drag. I mean, you kind of pull references and inspiration from like literally everything. So I like it. Like,
well, I think I would have maybe, because she did the elf thing so long, and you know, the elf princess, and then she goes from being an elf to a cat. It was just a little confusing for me. Like, there was no cohesiveness to it. It was just like, I'm going to pull this look out of my ass because I can, and it's just something different.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have, for this, I'm going to say, meh.
I would mop it. I don't know if I would do the whole prosthetics. I think it's fun, maybe for like an event or Halloween, but I love the dress overall.
What about you, Tsunami?
I think it's cute. I mean, at that time that it was presented, I mean, that's all that matters. I really do like what was brought to the table. It's very unique. It's very Burleigh Brothers.
Yeah.
Tsunami and I are kind of biased because we actually like Arietti. So we're a little biased when it comes to some things, but Mackenzie is not a fan of Arietti at all. I'm not a fan of her personality at some points in the season and some of the choices.
No, I mean, I agree. I gave her, a top look and stuff like that during the season. Like, I'll admit when she looks good, but for me, this is just not. It looks great, but I could see it falling off on the side of her face on one shot, and we've seen other queens do this. So I want to, like, if you're coming to the finale, the final stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, I want to see something that I've not seen before.
That's major.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the end of the season. Like, it needs to be the best.
Yes. Yep. Next up we have Miss Lydia Butthole Collins. Look at this right here and tell me that does not look like Sharon Cox. Or not Sharon Cox, Sharon Needles. Does that not give Sharon Needles vibes?
Maybe from afar, but like
the walk and just the look on the face with the hair, just like right there a little bit.
Yeah. The walk.
It's given Sharon Needles.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite looks from Lydia, because Lydia's always put a little bit like high fashion but comedy to it. I feel like this is pretty much all like very, very like avant-garde high fashion. Like I love this. I love the dress. I love her hair. I love her makeup. And her makeup's always been like a little, it's never been bad. It's just she has a certain way of like painting. And like the black lip liner and like the really like slanted arched up brows and like the not Acacia's level of blush, but like she just has a certain way of doing her makeup, and like she always had like the really harsh contour lines right here.
Well, speaking of those brows, we were just talking about what's her face? Corey King. Like you can tell, hold on, let me get where it's close up on the face. You can tell she's been painting next to Lydia.
Yeah.
Like it's almost the same brow. Like
Yeah.
They're still an inspiration from each other for sure. Which I mean, good for them. Oh, wrong girl. Hold on.
But Lydia's I mop it. Like I love this.
Yes.
I love
it's
this.
Cute. I wouldn't say that it's like right next to Slay to the Day, but I would do a good.
That's a low mop it for me. Yeah.
I would do a popcorn pass or a meh.
Next up we have Miss Lana Geray. This was honestly one of the better. She confuses me so much because she's going to wait until the finale and the Lollapalooza to come out and gives her best looks of the season, in my opinion. I loved her Lollapalooza SmackDown look, and I love this look.
It's almost what it reminds me of when I thought about it, because I love this look too. Like Lana's beautiful and like she's been giving us looks all season, but I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, it's almost like her and Acacia stepped off of like the same runway by the same designer. You know, it's like the same color scheme, but like a completely different dress and silhouette. That's kind of, her dress reminded me because of the color scheme, like the baby blue. And I don't think that one's like the pastel yellow. I think that one's more of like almost like an orange cream color, but that's what it reminded me of. But like from the chest up on Lana's dress, it reminded me of like this From This Moment On by Shania Twain when she's wearing like an all white dress. That's what it reminded me of. And then from below, it kind of reminded me of oh my God, I can't think of the reference that I was gonna say, but I love this. I love the layered, tiered, stacked look. I love it.
What about you, Tsunami?
You know, Jesus, like, this is the finale, guys. Okay, this is cute. Like, we need something crazy. We need high fashion. We need something better than long trains going on, girl. Like, come up in there with lights going through your outfit. Like, something extravagant. You girls got the Rue money. Y'all know how to do it. Like, let's go. What is this on her forehead? No
like
hair. Am I wrong?
Wait, repeat what you said again.
She's not wearing hair.
Yes, she is. That's her hair right there. Yeah, it's just plastered to her face. It's like almost sticking to her face right there. But like the little purple thing,
yeah,
it's like a purple swirl, like a almost like a pin curl, and it's like black right here with a little. It's like a purple, black, and white wig.
It's like a completely gelled down pussycat wig that they've done like finger waves and pin curls.
Right. I mean, it's cute, but like I would have had huge hair with it or something. I don't know.
She's been like that. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even see. I knew she had a prop, but I guess I didn't realize.
Here we go. I've got a closer of her.
I didn't realize that she's supposed to be like the Sandman or something. I didn't even realize that.
Can you say that?
Okay, that's cute. Okay, I see. But I mean, take the veil off.
At least she came and things were stoned and it's cohesive all the way from top to bottom, stoned, and not just, nothing was stoned on her outfits for, the main or the.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least she did better.
Yeah.
Next up.
See what she's going to bring to All Stars, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that she'll be brought back for All Stars. I don't think. Let's see.
I think with how
for me, this is a popcorn pass. Like, I love it, and I love it better than any, but I didn't like any of her stuff she wore for her season.
I would mop it.
Tsunami.
I would mop it.
Okay. Next up, we have Miss Susie.
I really like this look just because I'm a big fan of musical theater, and we know because of the character that she did on Snatch Game that I kind of saw this coming, but like I really like this. Like I feel like this is really elevated for her. The hair, the makeup, the dress. It kind of took me back for a second because the hands actually look real. They don't look so prosthetic and fake.
Well, that's
like a lot of the dresses we've seen in past seasons. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, she's got a dress that's like moving on its own. Okay, money. And then I was like, oh, those are prosthetic arms.
Damn.
I honestly like, it's not my slay of the day, but it's really close to it because I gave it to Acacia. But I would mop it. This is beautiful. For those of you who don't know, this is an homage to Little Shop of Horrors, one of her favorite musicals.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I do have to say that this is the slay of the day for me. I've been waiting. I didn't want to spill no spoilers so early, but there you go. That's my slay of the day right there. I thought it was pure genius. I really like that Little Shop of Horrors movie. I really, really do love that movie, and she just ate it up.
Yep.
She's the Venus flytrap, honey.
Suddenly, Seymour.
Next up, we have our final four. So we're resetting our critiques, and this is Jewel Sparkles.
Okay.
Slay of the day. Slay of the day for me.
Is it?
Yep.
It is beautiful, and I love this.
Ooh,
comparing it to that girl, well, slay of the day. Oh Lord.
For me, we've not seen a dress similar to this, this big, that, it's very Glinda. So kind of fitting with the whole, the Wizard of Oz craze or the Wicked craze going right now. I think on her body, this looked really good. This made her look like she was as big around as my people.
They've elongated the torso, like the corseted torso part of it to like make it look like the torso is longer, which is normally what people don't want. So the like the chiffon and tulle like start lower, and it actually doesn't look bad like I thought it would. It's almost like Cinderella meets Princess and the Frog. Remember Princess and the Frog, Tiana's best friend, the rich blonde one that wears like the big pink dress. That's kind of reminds me of like Cinderella meets Princess and the Frog. I love it, and it is a very strong look.
She's
getting mopping it.
I would mop it.
Tsunami.
Miss Tsunami, what do you think, darling?
It's a stunning look that I would love to steal for myself. I mop it. I think it's super, super cute. And I also do, I do say that basically I really love how the torso is a little bit longer and it poofs out, very Cinderella girl, and very Glinda at the same time. So I really do agree with you, Dakota, and little Miss Mackenzie over there. And
so it's Mackenzie's slay of the day, and then it's me and Tsunami's. We would mop it.
Yes, mop.
Cool.
I would mop the floor with that dress, baby.
Next up, we have Miss Lexi Love. Mop it. Mop it, mop it, mop it. For me, this would have been a slay of the day if it had been a little bit bigger and almost like, because it's not as high as her entrance look was, because she did a feather back piece for her entrance look that was a little bit taller and higher than this. I wish it had gone up a little bit more to kind of frame her head and kind of,
I changed my opinion from last week, because last week I kind of was going to give it to, I thought all of them looked amazing, but I was going to give it to Jules. But now looking at it on the runway and seeing it, I know it's a bit more simple, I guess you could, compare to like all the other gowns and extravagance from the finale. But honestly, like, she looks like she just came straight off of a Victoria's Secret. This is my slay of the day for the top 4 for me.
All right. What about you, Tsunami?
All right. She's marching in saying Garden of Eden. Gaga slaying it. So I do have to say I really do love this look. I am gonna say this is my slay of the day. Lexi Love is coming up in there looking all naturefied and very much flowers everywhere, baby. And I love that. So smell her, because girl, she's gonna be everywhere.
Yep. I agree. She is gorgeous. Next up, we have Miss Anya Nerve.
This is a really, really gorgeous look for her. Like, I love like the bronze and the espresso and the yellow and the cream and the brown. This looks gorgeous on her, and I'm just now seeing the animal print that's on there.
Joseph Collins said Susie ate them up, talking about Susie Suits look earlier. Yes, I agree, Joseph.
It was a really good look for Susie. This is probably one of her strongest looks this season, because she had a couple of strong ones, but that was definitely her strongest look. I love that.
She could have won with that look.
Yes.
That's the thing. A lot of these girls don't have like the access, like the money and the social contacts and like the connections to designers to get a lot of their looks. Like some of the other girls are a little more fortunate or like more popular on social media. I feel like a lot of the girls this season needed a little bit more time to cook, because they are so young and they only started drag a short time ago. And that's what RuPaul's Drag Race does for these girls.
But by the time they've made it to the finale, which is what we're judging, they've got all those designers' contact numbers. They've got all the best wig people. They've got all the best, and all of them are fighting to be someone that designs for them, because they want their work seen on the main stage for the finale. So there's no excuse. So what do you think about this one? What do you think about this look, Dakota?
I would mop it. I think it's gorgeous.
What about you, Tsunami?
Beautiful.
I would mop it.
Cool. Here's where I'm gonna say it is a meh for me, and I'm pausing it. If you can zoom it, and I can on this, but right where her line is, that is black duct tape, and it is unfinished. And black duct tape is holding up the dress in the back, and the shoulder piece, you can see a big piece of tape coming off the shoulder piece. I stopped it during the finale and zoomed in just to see what that was. And it's tape. So for me, for you to be able to come on the stage wearing this look, yes, it's gorgeous from everything else, but you have to pay attention to those fucking details. In a pageant with judges who were watching you, and Tsunami knows this, a seasoned queen judging something would have clocked in on that, and you would have lost a pageant if you were competing wearing this in a pageant. As good as it is, so if you had somebody like Lexi's look sitting right next to Anya's look, and Lexi's is perfect from head to toe, and that's got that one little thing, that's 1, 2, 3 points that knocks your ass out. So that's why I'm going to say meh for me. Because for me, it's been a consistent thing with her this entire season where she does not have her details sewn up. You've got to pay attention to all that little shit.
Yep. You're not wrong.
Yes, Miss Samantha Star. I'm gonna mop it.
I would mop it. It's
I would
gorgeous.
never wear it, but I would mop it.
It's I think Tsunami, are you the one that said it gave it reminded you? It was either you or someone that commented last week when we showed a couple of the photos from the red carpet that said that this reminds them of the dress that Chi Chi Rodriguez wore on Tu Wong Fu at the very, very end.
I didn't say that, but yes, I do very much see that.
Okay.
I do.
I would mop it. Like I really do like this. I didn't like it in the picture as much, but seeing
Oh
it
wow, you're right. That is that dress. Hold on, I'm trying to pause it at.
I don't know if I was just thinking that in my head since I saw that photo and I thought someone said it.
I think somebody said it last week and we put it up on the screen. But yeah,
that's what somebody
that is giving Chi-Chi for sure.
Yeah.
I more so said the longness of the arms right here.
Mm-hmm.
I would have cut them shorter.
Yeah.
Due to the fact of that's very heavy on your arms, and two, it's taken away from your dress. Anything dramatic is going to take care of the center. I mean, it's going to distract the center piece. So, like, you got to be very careful with that. I really do love the overly sized hat. Very, very, very amazing. I wish the hat could have been bigger. Like Scary Movie 3, I think it is. Isn't it? Where her hat keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yes, the police officer. Yes. Scary Movie 3.
Yeah, like could you imagine Sam literally pressing a button on the back of the hat and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger? There you go, Sam. Love you. There's an idea.
She's such a glamour queen, but she brings a little bit of camp here and there. Like that would be hilarious.
I love Sam Star, but for me, this isn't giving I'm from Alabama. This is giving I'm from Texas. Like, and I mean, yeah. And I mean, you almost kind of knew when she was coming out, she's going to wear something that's going to be country cowboy yeehaw. But
what it's given me is like Tanya Tucker. If Tanya Tucker Tanya Tucker had like Tanya Tucker back in her 20s, this was Tanya Tucker going to a rodeo to perform.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was my close second. It was between her and Lexi for my slay of the day. And I didn't like it as much in the picture that we saw last week, but seeing it on the runway and seeing it move and the fringe and again, she loves a 40s, 50s pinup type of hairstyle, but I've never seen her in this length of hair and like the volume and like the brushed out, like finger wave pin curl situation. I love this.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I'm just saying, if she were from Texas, I would say 10 out of 10, great. But she's trying to go for the star angle. So I think she was just like, I need to add something to make it. So let's add a hat. I would have loved to see something more, I don't know.
I don't think.
Yeah.
She is an Alabama native and she's from Leeds, Alabama. Ugh. But I think she was just giving, like a little nod to her being
Love her makeup. Look at her makeup.
Being a Southern belle and the fact that star is in her name. So she has the stars and it is country. It is Southern. Like what's more Southern than a cowgirl hat and a rodeo? I mean, it's giving me more like a girl coming out to perform the Star Spangled Banner at a rodeo. Like that's kind of what it's giving me, like a more stepped up glamorous version of that. So I don't think it reads Texas for me. I just think it reads like Southern rodeo star. That's like what it's giving me.
Cool. All right, let's talk about the final four, and they each had to they performed it. I don't know if they wrote it. I'm assuming they wrote it because it was just for each of them. It's kind of, they probably had a writer to help them, but they definitely had to perform it. I don't think they were singing live, which is what I thought Ru was saying, is that they were going to be singing it live.
When Ru said that, I thought he's like, they will all be singing their songs live. And I'm like, okay, so when they came out, I was like, okay, well, they are singing their song, but I'm like, they're lip syncing to a recording of themselves. So I'm like, I mean, I guess because they're live on stage, but I was like, who didn't expect that? But
first up, we have Miss Jewel Sparkles. And she did a song around ding-a-ling, which who doesn't like ding-a-ling? Me too, girl. I felt like it was cute and it was campy. I felt like she was committed to it, and that's half the battle on the show. But I felt like it was a little chaotic, and like there was just so much going on, and I was kind of lost watching it personally.
oh, also, I think we don't have as many people commenting tonight. I've had 2 people that are watching message me and say that they've tried to comment through their YouTube account and it's not letting them comment.
Weird.
So I don't know about our people watching on Facebook.
We had somebody that was able to post from the YouTube.
Did Joseph post from YouTube or Twitter?
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, so what did you think about Miss Sparkles?
I thought it was cute. It was very Jules.
Yeah, I just made a test post from my account. So yeah, you do have to be a YouTube. You have to be subscribed to YouTube. So you have to join up or sign up for an account to be able to post on the YouTube video.
Well, that's
if you can't. Maybe they can try watching us from our Facebook page, and if they comment on us from the Facebook page, it'll show up there as well. So what did you think, Tsunami, about Jewel's performance?
I thought it was super cute.
Change our banner.
Huh?
I'm changing our banner. Would you make it rain? Would you give it $1, or would you take a smoke break during her performance?
Girl, you're being serious? What was the first 2 options?
Are you going to make it rain because you loved it, so you're just going to throw money at her? Are you just going to give her $1? Or are you going to take a smoke break?
I'll give her $1. I'll give her $1.
Tsunami, you bitch. You're such a bitch, Tsunami.
I'll give her $1.
Same. Honestly, same. What about you, Dakota?
I'm not a big fan of like drag queens writing or.
Then why are you here?
Performing. Sorry, I'm still getting my voice back from being sick the last 2 weeks. I'm not a big fan of like drag queens performing their songs. Like when you think back to like All Stars with like Detox, Alaska, and Katya, and Roxy Andrews performing, like that always lives rent free in my head. I feel like that was like the best time that like the drag queens have ever had to like write something and perform something. That was like one of my favorites. So like anything after that has just kind of been underwhelming and monotonous for me. So I would tip her a couple. I wouldn't make it rain, but I would tip her a couple of dollars.
Okay, so make it rain means it's at least a 5, 10, or 20.
Can I tip her 3 ones?
Sure, but that's not making it rain.
Okay, well, I'll make it rain 5.
We're the same, okay? We'll just give her $1.
Okay.
Look, you gotta really well, we'll talk. We'll see who our next one is. So yeah, we've all done this one.
So you never know.
I thought it was really cute too that her parents were there. You could see that her parents were really proud of her. Her dad, Solicho, was there.
And Ru said, "I'm surprised you weren't in drag. I wanted them to put me in drag." Like he was like all about it. I like that for the reunion, even though they did film it. I miss them filming the reunions and the finales at the big theaters that they used to do. I love that.
I'm so glad you said that. I agree with that. So I saw something where they said this being on a soundstage, when you're performing on a soundstage, the sound goes up and out. So if people are hollering and shooting and screaming, it's not the same effect as if you're in a theater and people are cheering, because in a theater, the sound comes at you. You know what I mean? And so you're able to kind of build off of that energy. What do y'all think?
I agree. I mean, you get more of a reaction.
Like, there's a lot of things they've changed that I honestly didn't even realize that they had changed until recently, because Mackenzie pointed out, like, the ooh, girl, she already done had hers is like in the more like,
or the room ale. It's room ale, but
yeah,
comes on and says,
they don't do that. They haven't done that like this season. Maybe they did it last season, but they got rid of that. How the girls, they always have like a reunion and then they have the finale in a separate episode, or they have the reunion and finale all in one episode. It makes it like an hour and a half, and they had it at that big grand theater in LA. I love that. Like, I love they had like the big red carpet and it was like a whole ordeal. But like, I don't know if they're trying to save money or they're like worried about like people filming and like leaking stuff. But like, I just miss them having the theater and like them having a bunch of different drag queens from past seasons. Like, they had Bianca Del Rio open up one of the reunions or the finales one year. I don't know. I felt like it was more grand. It was more grand. You really wanted to tune in. It was a whole event. Like, you planned for it. I just feel like it's what they're doing now is like what they do for All Stars, where they like film the finale and the reunion and everything all in one episode on the regular main stage. Like,
I mean, I kind of agree, but at the same time, I feel like for the reunion, and you and I talked about this last night, but for the reunion, you would have 14 queens that you've got to fill 45 minutes worth of space for. And so you really only get about 2 minutes per queen to ask them something. And by the time you ask 1 or 2 questions, you've hit your limit. So they're really not able to get that much more out. Yeah, they make you squash 1 or 2 little pieces of beef, but honestly, it's all rehearsed anyway.
I just feel like getting questions from the audience, like, remember on
but all that's scripted. It's not really real questions. It was all pre-scripted, pre-written out answers.
Still, but like, I just feel like the energy and the vibe is different when it was done at the theater for like their reunion and the finale. I just feel like the energy was different and it was more of a big grand event. And I just don't feel like it's that. It just feels so rushed now. I don't feel like there's anything special about it because they're filming it in the same place they filmed the whole season. Like,
and also like the red curtain. I mean, that was like, girl, I can't wait to see the Alyssa Edwards family come out and do their whole production number.
Yeah.
Like, you got Latrice Royale doing, I'm hungry. Like, oh my God, like the mixes.
Stacey Lane Matthews in the audience like this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, I would say, maybe if not, what were they doing at the Orpheum Theater before? Maybe not even do it there, but do it at the Flamingo. Do it on the main, RuPaul's Drag Race Live Theater.
Well, also, these are like old theaters.
We lost Tsunami.
Huh?
Tsunami got lost.
Her phone might have died.
Might have. Keep talking.
Okay. So while we wait on Tsunami to get back to us, I just feel like also, like older theaters and stuff.
Oh, there she is.
Okay. Did your phone die, girl?
No.
She swiped out of it.
Oh. Like old theaters, like a lot of older theaters are very historical, and they have a lot of history in the community, and a lot of them struggle to get money to fund to keep them like running and to keep them like updated and stuff. So like, I feel like RuPaul's Drag Race being filmed there, it brings them a lot of attention and it brings them a lot of like revenue that they need. And by them not doing that anymore, I feel like a lot of those older theaters like kind of struggle. I just love the extravagance of having it at like an old theater. And like, that's just what we've been used to.
But we've been asking for them to give the queens more money. We've been asking for them to have a bigger prize payout. you know, for the first time in the past 4 or 5 seasons, they've been giving them a budget to come into the season to have a better or elevated wardrobe. Yep. So to rent something like the Orpheum Theater is going to cost, and especially to film something at it, it's going to be $50, $75 to $100,000 up. Then you have to bring in all of the lights, all of the cameras. So they're easily looking at close to $1 million just to film in a theater like that for a day.
So, I mean, they're doing it to save money. Like, they're spending money, like, giving the girls more money, like, letting the girls have, you know, shipping more of the girls' clothes across the country from where they live. And, like, giving them, increasing, like, just, like, little things here and there, like the props and, you know, stuff. I just don't know, like, I miss it, I guess. And maybe it's just nostalgic because they got rid of it. I just miss it.
So next up, we have Miss Lexi Love performing her roller skate number. I would have made it rain on this number. Just gonna keep it up, you know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, the last thing I was going to say, the only thing that I wish, because, I mean, we all know that she didn't make it to the finale. I wish that she would have done something. Like, I love this, and I would have made it rain. I would make it rain all day long just because it's different. But we've seen her do a roller skate number before. We saw her do it for her talent number. So I wish that she had done something a little different than what we've seen, just to give something. And maybe that would have elevated her enough to put her into that spot. But then at the same time, and we'll talk about more about how you get to the final later, but I don't know. I thought she was going to make it into the final, you know.
I mean, standing ovation. I mean, it doesn't matter if she did it for her talent or not. This was an elevation of who she is. Like, maybe, you know, her rollerblading like that helped her get through a lot of the stuff that she did go through in life. And she was very proud to be able to show everybody what she could do. Yeah. And that really touched me there. Seeing this performance right here, it was like she was finally blossomed. She had finally blossomed, and she's able to be herself completely 100%. And I just felt it. It didn't seem fake at all.
What do you think, Mr. Dakota?
I thought it was a really good performance. Like, the lift, the roller skates. I felt like maybe towards the beginning a little bit, she was like almost like holding back a little bit. Like, she was almost like she was like starstruck or a little nervous, but like that kind of faded away soon after. But it was a really good performance. Like, I mean, who can perform on a main stage like that with other dancers moving around at the speed she was in a full, like, rhinestone fringe outfit and roller skates?
Like 100%. Thank you.
Like, I would make it rain.
Yep.
I'd be for 20s.
I also think it was very sweet to see. Well, like, anytime you see her, she's always smiling. Like, all the shit she's been through, she's always smiling. She's always radiating positivity, love. And I love that RuPaul first said we had permission to share this photo of Lexi as a little child when, you know, she was a boy. But RuPaul did not dead name her and say, what would you say to little, your boy name? She said, what would you say to them now? And I just think that is milestones for RuPaul's Drag Race, because in the past they wouldn't have asked and they wouldn't have said that, and they would have been, what would you have said to little whatever your boy name was?
Yeah. Which I'm not as, I don't get as like upset or offended about little things like that, because like that is a name that you were named by your parents.
Well, I think you feel that way because you've got the same name from birth to now.
Yeah, you know, my name's unisex and I didn't change it. I mean, maybe that is a little bit of it, but that is like essentially like who you were. I mean, regardless of whether you had a good childhood or not, like that is like who you were at one time. But it is sweet that she like kind of paid attention and like didn't. She said them, or like she said, what would you say to little Lexi?
I'll say, as someone who has gotten dead and does get dead named from family, some like every time I hear it, it's like someone has stuck a rusty knife into my heart and twisted it, and it's like, ugh, that, you know. And so I just appreciated that they didn't do that on this moment, and they let her kind of relish in this moment because she deserved it.
And everybody has a different, you know, upbringing and childhood and stuff. Yeah. I just like I'm really close with my family, and like I just think like my name, although if I were to change it, it's a part of who I am, and it's like what my parents like named me, and I have like some type of memory with it. Now,
let's just say, like, instead of it being Dakota, you had been born Leroy, and so you're out in public, and you are beautiful, glamorous, big tit, big hair, makeup on, Dakota, and they're like, "Hey, Leroy."
Can you start talking like that, please?
Hey, Leroy. Hey, Tsunami.
If someone,
man, stop it.
If someone would have said, "Hey, Leroy," I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "That's what they call me. That's my slave name. What are you talking about?" It's Leroy. My parents said that's funny. So like my nickname has always been Cody, and like I've noticed I've met like 3 or 4 other Dakotas in my life, and all of their nicknames are Cody too. So I guess Cody and Coda is just a popular nickname for Dakota. So like my family will be out shopping, me and my grandma and my mom, and they'll be like, Cody, come here, look at this. And I'm like, what did I tell you about calling me by my slave name in public? And like people around us will start laughing, but you know, that's just our little inside joke, but I don't care. I will say I did change my middle name. So, but I still, if someone says like my full name, like before I changed my middle name, I mean, I wouldn't get pissed. I mean, I was named after my father, but you know, or my middle name was named after my father, not my first name. But me and Tsunami have that in common. So Tsunami's boy name is Bradley Allen, and my name before I changed it was Dakota Allen. And my name.
How you gonna call her out like that? She might not want people to know who her name is. That's her government name. I
don't care. I don't care.
I'm sorry. I knew that she had Facebook, so I was like, I didn't know that was a big deal.
You didn't know that Tsunami was in witness protection? You just outed her.
But I was just saying,
it's Bradley Pike. Like, get it real.
I was saying me and Tsunami had that comment because her name, her boy name is Bradley Allen. My name before I changed my middle name to make it a little bit more feminine was Dakota Allen, and now it's Dakota Rayne, and her drag name is Tsunami Rayne. So like our middle name both ways is the same. It's spelled differently both ways because mine's ALAN, hers is ALLEN, and then mine is RAINE, and hers is RAYNE. So
that's funny. I thought yours was CUMSLUT.
No, that's our daddy.
CUMSLUT.
We just have different mothers.
Look at her. She's trying to spell it out in her head. CUM. SLUT.
Yeah, I know. Vulgar.
But this Tsunami, do you not love how long it took her to get the joke?
Me and Tsunami, some stuff goes over my head, especially if I'm not expecting it.
I'm sure they do.
She's the one that runs this podcast, and she's the one that's always using profanity and being crazy. And like me and Tsunami are like always like laid back, worried about what we're gonna say, very poised for the most part.
Sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, oh my God, Kenzie, can you please delete it?
I have said there were people, if I ever got in a concentration camp for trans people, that I would kill certain people in a concentration camp. And I publicly said, and I don't care. And by the way, I can't edit anything because to edit something, you have to delete the entire episode. So what you say?
Me and Tsunami are just kindred spirits because I also went to dental school and Bradley is the dental assistant. So we're just kindred spirits.
All right, we got to move on.
Okay.
On the nerve.
For some reason, I don't really remember Anya. Oh, you know what? Now I do. Now, because I didn't remember the black outfit. Okay. So now I do remember Anya's. Anya's was hers was good. Like they were all really good. All 4 of them were really good. I will say Anya, I was like, who does she look like? She don't look like her dad. When they showed her mom in the audience, her and her mom, identical. Mackenzie, really? We know that you don't like Anya Nerve, and we know that you don't agree with
I like her. I like her. But what did I say to y'all in the group chat?
You love big dicks and fried chicken?
Besides that.
Let me go
Tsunami,
back.
You remember it. When she performed this
She
number.
likes to put slime in her, her cute little sandals and walk around in them.
No, I like to squirt slime up my ass and then shit it out. No, what I said was, I think Anya just handed the crown to somebody else, to one of the other 3, is what I said after this number. I was expecting Anya Nerve with the big full-on charm, sparkle, the Anya Nerve effect, I guess, for lack of better words, to come out there and be like, oh, like I expected her to come out and eat this fucking number up.
And she did.
And it was just, I mean, she did a good job, but to me, it's not, like, I'm not going to remember this performance. I'm going to remember Lexi's. I'm going to remember that Jules was chaotic, and I will remember Sam's.
I mean, to be honest, like I said, for the finale, like, it really wasn't that memorable of a night for me. I remember a couple of things, like the Lollapalooza and the finale for me were a little underwhelming. And I don't really remember a lot. I remember because you have these clips, thank God, because if you didn't have these clips, I really wouldn't remember anything. And I literally
should have done something more. Like, she's really leaned into a lot of like the Black heritage, and like I would have come out with like something in my head, like something like that, doing that little slow walk, like all the way down the main stage, like she did. Also, like I would have started at the very back of the stage and just done a slow walk to the very end, and then got into a little, something. It's just, for me, it lacked a little bit of something, and I don't know exactly what I feel like it was lacking. It just, to me, was lacking comparing to Lexi.
Yeah, I guess I could say if you want to compare it to the 4 of them overall, it was probably like a little less than like some of the other ones in rank. I would say this is
probably Roscoe's recap, and even on Roscoe's recap, they were like, leading up till Sam did theirs, they were like, okay, this one's in the bottom, this one was the top. A lot of people didn't really like this one as much either. So
so Jules was like, it was campy, it was cutesy. She played up what she's good at, and then we got Lexi, who just really showed out. Like, I mean, she was roller skating. She had like a very Bob Mackie inspired fringe dress on. She did the split.
Not to interrupt you, but she pulled a season 15 Sasha Colby. She fucking pissed on that stage.
She got lifted by like 5 different guys at the same time in the splits. Like that is honestly, out of the 4, that's really the only one that I remember. That's the one
I'm surprised that you were impressed by that. I get that every Friday and Saturday night. Lifted by 5 or 6 guys in the air with my legs in splits.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I would have tipped this $1. What would y'all have done?
Honestly, there's none that I would have said board smoke break. I would tip all of them money. I would say I would have tipped her $1.
What about you, Tsunami?
I know she's not a dancer. Let's just start there. But she came out and she danced the fucking house down boots. So she did. I'm sorry. The body was very Anastasia. Do you remember Anastasia from Canada's Drag Race? I perform with her once a month. So shout out, girl. Girl, their body types are basically the same. I love their hips. I wish my hips looked like that. Too, her dancing was really was thought out, and I would say that her and Lexi would have been my top two, due to the fact of performance-wise and owning the stage and walking all over the stage and being visible. So I really, 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 really enjoyed this one. Yes.
So would you?
This is my slay of the day. Same with Lexi.
So this is, you would make it Raine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, yes.
Next up, we have Miss Samantha Starr. I think what surprised me with this is, well, I knew there was a reveal coming, and then I was like, oh, that's real. And then I thought it was done. And then she did another reveal. And then she did another reveal. And I was like, oh, okay, bitch coming with 4 or 5 reveals. And I really didn't see the other ones coming. I especially didn't see the red carpet thing coming. And I love the fact that she did all of these tricks. I felt like she used the stage. I felt like it was not something that we've seen before, because we've not really seen a queen being tossed in the air like a gymnast or a cheerleader, which is her background. She didn't.
And using her train as a red carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This I would have made it rain on.
I would make it rain. But I know from seeing Sam Starr perform what she's capable of. I feel like she could have done a little bit more, like not like theatrics on the stage, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was just like, it was missing just a little bit of something, but I would definitely make it rain. It was a really good performance.
I think if I could change anything about it, I probably would have tried to change the beginning of the song, because to me, the beginning of the song was a little like, what? I think it was the whistle, like the he, I don't know.
Like a little hokey pokey in the beginning, like you didn't know where it was going to go.
Yep. What would you have done, Tsunami?
Do what?
Would you make it rain? Would you tip it $1, or are you going outside and smoking during this number?
Oh, girl, I tip her. Every time I go to Alice, honey, I tip her. Like,
I
managed to find her, and I let her know about herself. Every single time I see her, I make sure she's okay. Because, I mean, she is very talented. She is very that girl. And in my eyes, she is the icon of Alabama right now. Over Governor Ivy.
Who?
Sorry. Huh?
Who?
Is it Governor or Marrier?
Mama Ivy.
Yeah. That girl.
Who?
You know, this bitch is all about freaking politics. She knows
she
exactly.
Worked on national television and kept on going. Do you have that video for everybody to see?
Did you not see Mama Ivy literally doing the splits on the main stage at Owl's? Y'all don't see her?
Girl, that was back in the day when she was eating pussy in the lieutenant governor's mansion. For anybody that doesn't know, allegedly, she's a lesbian, allegedly, which has been confirmed by the state's biggest lesbian senator. And so she would know, because she's licked the snatch. And she had a woman living with her in the lieutenant governor's mansion. And then when the governor got kicked out of office for some illegal shit, and she assumed the governor's thing, there's a U-Haul truck that pulled up to the lieutenant governor's mansion, and her lover was escorted out and seen bye-bye. So, anyway, and for anybody that is not, while we're talking about Sam Starr really quick, y'all go over to YouTube to Sam Starr's page, and she has posted a music video called Got It From Her, featuring both her drag mother and her mom. So Trinity the Tuck and her mother. It is a very, very cute music video. So go and show it some love, because she did a really good job on that. All right. So, Dakota, who did you say you thought the final two should be? Oh, hold on. Say that. I want to say, I wish, if you're going to have a runaway season like this, in my opinion, where On Your Nerve had 4 wins coming into it and everybody else had, if it's that far, and no one that's got just 2 wins has a chance of winning the crown, I don't think they should make them go through all of these hoops and jumps and do all this other shit. Like, that's just a lot. So, in my opinion, you know, if you come to the finale night, it should be a clean slate and not really going by past performances. But with that said, I would have picked Lexi and Sam.
Yeah, that's who I would have for the if they were going based off the performances, I would say Sam and Lexi for me.
Yep. And
It's
you
Tsunami.
said Tsunami. Who'd you say?
Lexi and Anya. Who would
Lexi
you
and Anya should have been the final two
for the
And
based on
Anya?
their performance?
Yes, absolutely. Lexi and Anya.
I'm
Sorry.
saying Sam and Lexi, and Dakota saying Sam and Lexi. Joseph Collins said Lexi should have made top two. She had a better story arc. I completely agree.
Well, she was the only one of the four that had never been in the bottom.
Yep. I don't even know who Anya Nerve is. Like, I know she's a Cleveland, Ohio queen. I mean, I've been to Cleveland, Ohio, and I believe I have seen her before. So, when I lived in Ohio, I don't know. Maybe not. But I really don't know her storyline really that much. But I remember, you know what I'm saying? But Chantel Sparkles is Jules' mom, which me and Chantel are really good friends. But I'm glad for the top two. Congratulations to Anya Nerve. You know, it is what it is, Mackenzie.
It is what it is. With that, hold on, let me pull up.
I just have to say, Tsunami looks so hot in this black shirt with this backwards hat. Okay.
Girl, please.
She's giving us trade of the channel. Mackenzie's voice is the trade of the channel, actually. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Next up, we have a legendary moment where could get more iconic. RuPaul has summoned a Broadway banshee straight from the gay heavens, Miss Liza Minnelli herself. The diva, the legend, the woman who made it possible for gay men everywhere to scream cabaret at 2 a.m. She received the Giving Us Lifetime Achievement Award and gave us a speech that made me want to throw a single rose at my TV. Joe Minnelli was there too, probably still trying to process what a drag race is. Then we get our Miss Congeniality moment. And past Queen Saphira Crystal and Tsunami Muse returned to crown this season's sweetheart, Miss Crystal Envy. She told us to be kind and sparkle, and I said, Mama, say less. All the other queens got $2,000, so no one's leaving totally empty-handed, or at least not without a trip to the wig store.
It is nice that all of them got tipped a little bit of something, but I will say it was rightfully deserved for Crystal to get Miss Congeniality, because although she could maybe be like a little bitchy behind the scenes, which we love, she literally gave all of the girls something out of her repertoire before she left. Literally gave every single one of these girls that was left in the competition something. And she didn't have to, because I don't feel like out of all the lip syncs and eliminations, there might be some where it was a little questionable. There was no questions about she should not have been sent home. She had either been in the top or safe, and it had never been in the bottom, and literally got sent home by someone that had already been in the bottom twice.
Tell us how you really feel, Dakota.
Had no wins. Lana had no wins and had already been in the bottom twice and sent her home. I do not agree with that.
Joseph Collins said, I think talking about Liza Minnelli, this is a Susie Toot core memory. I could literally see Joy putting the memory ball away as it was happening. Yep.
What good is sitting alone in your room? I love Liza Minnelli.
What do you think, Tsunami? Do you think anybody else should have gotten Miss Congeniality, or are you happy with the winner?
Who do you think it should have went to if you don't think she should have gotten
it? Okay, and it can't be one of the top four, right?
I mean, it can, but I mean, yeah.
But it normally don't happen that way, right?
No, I think it happened last season when Saphira Crystal got it, and then everybody was like, "Oh, well, she's not winning."
Damn. But I think Susie Toot should have gotten it.
Well, but Susie Toot also won the Lollapalooza SmackDown, so she got $50,000 for that.
I don't care. She should have been Miss Congeniality.
Cool. Next up we have the Final four. Hold on. First, we have Nymphia Wind returns to the stage.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This is in top 3 winner step down looks for me. For me, Miss
RuPaul right next to her.
Sasha Colby will always be the top for me, but from her season 15 step down look. Then I'm gonna say Violet Chachki, and now this one. These 3.
Honestly, she gave us looks her whole original season. She won rightfully so, but she gave us looks because not only did she make some of them, she brought some of them, and she was bringing looks like this on the main stage on her original season. Like amazing. Like I love this. Like a nod to her Asian culture, which she always does. She likes to keep her Asian culture alive and well. So I love this. It was beautiful.
What'd you think, Tsunami?
I like how she ate the stage up more than RuPaul was standing right next to her. I gagged a little bit. You know, I saw RuPaul there with this black feather thing, and then here comes, you know, Miss Goddess walking down that runway. It's like, you know, that's drag, bitch. That's drag.
We have talked about all season, and that's all any podcast, any Roscoe's, any of it has said, is no one should be wearing black on this stage. And for them to send RuPaul out in black on this stage is a crime. Because it doesn't look the same.
The dress is too high on her, girl.
Yeah. Oh, her dick's getting air in that.
Oh, absolutely.
What? I think that would have been a gorgeous gown if they would have done how it stops almost like she's like the Black Swan from Swan Lake. If they would have done it into a
but
like,
not on the stage. This black stage, it's black.
Well, I was just saying, like, I would have liked it even better if they would have kept it short in the front and done a long feather train in the back, or they would have made it one long, like almost like a ball gown with like the feathers. I think it would have been gorgeous. But yeah, with the yellow and the black, I just don't feel like black was a smart choice for her dress. And normally, like her on the main stage for the finales and reunions, she normally wears a full gown. So it was kind of weird seeing her in like a short dress like this. But I will say there's like 5 or 6 queens in RuPaul's history on their original season that brought looks like Gottmik, what's her name? Banana Queen.
Nymphia Wind.
We
just talked about it. That's what we're talking
about. Oh my God, what's the other one? She's like Plastic Tiara. There's a couple of other ones. I can't remember. There's a couple of other ones, but there's like girls that literally brought like looks like that level, like better than like something that RuPaul would even wear on their original season.
That's
so.
Yes, Dakota.
All right. Final 4. Walk out on stage. Mama Ru takes a beat. The lights dim. And she announces that Miss Anya Nerve. Oh, hold up. What's up with Sam Star walking out holding a back? Like, did she not did her zipper bust? Her zipper must have busted.
Like, well, she kind of looked like
Brittany Hill says, "Hey, my fave client and friend. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Britt. That's my nail tech.
Y'all want to get some good fucking nails? Go to Nails by Britt.
It's Slade on Facebook. It's Slade by Britt. I will say, unfortunately, she's not taking any more clients because her list is full. I'm lucky to have gotten it when I got
an extra $500 and you want to give her $500 to do your nails. I'm sure.
She told me that like even if she's too busy, she would always do my nails. So I will always plug her because she's amazing. But I am going we were talking about at the beginning of the episode, I'm going to her Wednesday to get my nails for my fill-in. And it just happens to be my birthday on the time of my appointment. So, you know.
So back to Sam Starr's dress.
Yeah.
Why is she holding that dress?
See how she's kind of acting awkward like that, like smiling, like, yeah, nothing awkward just happened. I think something did happen. She had a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or they couldn't get the zipper up backstage or something.
We find out that moving into the final two is Miss Anya Nerve. And joining her in the final two is going to be Miss Jewel Sparkles.
Poor Lexi and Sam.
I know. But, I mean, let's be honest. No, I love this moment where Lexi's just like, she finds out that they're giving money. Mama Rue's giving both Sam and Lexi money. So she's ripping off her face mask to be like, thank you, RuPaul. And then she's like, oh, while I'm here, pop.
Bam.
That's why I wish she'd been in the final to do the final song justice, because come on, bitch.
It's given me like Catwoman.
She was like, I don't care if they're gonna say, hey, we do want to keep you, bitch. Here it is.
Gorgeous. Loved this.
That was
look.
probably out of the performance looks, that was probably my favorite look.
Yeah, same.
And I was so hoping Sam Starr would walk over and do the same. And we're like, oh, here's mine. But we didn't get that.
Still holding her dress.
Yep.
Still.
And walking back. So yeah, something happened with her zipper.
Yeah.
Then we find out that Anya and Anya and Jules are going to be lip syncing to Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Homosexuals all over the globe gasped and clutched their pearls and just stopped and stared at the television. I'm going to be honest. I feel like Jules won this lip sync. There, I've said it.
Yeah. I do feel like Jules, like they were both very, very strong and they both did really well. I do feel like Jules got the essence of the song maybe a little bit more, but
well, what you just said is a different story. I don't feel that. I don't feel like they got the essence of the song, or I feel like Lexi and Sam probably would have done it better. But we have to deal with what we have to deal with.
This isn't like the whole like track record thing. Like I like how they make it a big thing up until the finale, and then when the winner that they want to win track record isn't up to par, they just like do away with it. Because like technically, if you want to go based off track record, Anya has more wins, but she had been in the bottom. Lexi has 2 wins, but she's the only one of the top 4 that had never been in the bottom.
Yeah.
So really, by
Joseph Collins said, let's go back to Rue just picking someone. Lexi probably spent $10K on those outfits for reveals alone. Yeah. So spoiler alert. We'll talk about that in a second, Joseph. Anya Nerve wins. She gets her scepter. She gets her crown. She's won $200,000. She is America's Next Drag Superstar. Congratulations to you. And she's like, yeah, eat it. Anya Nerve. You right. But I mean, she did work hard. She slayed the season, even though we may not agree with it. So good for her. But I want to go back to what Joseph said. I completely agree with you. And that's why I said, I feel like if you were going to bring 4 people to the finale, and there's such a divide, like 2 people have 2 wins, even though Lexi was never in the bottom and Anya's got 4. I mean, there's a big divide. So if you're not going to give those people that had just the 2 the opportunity to at least be getting, if it doesn't matter what they do, then why put them through that to spend all this money? And like Joseph said, Lexi probably spent $10K on those outfits for reveals alone. And he also said, let's keep it a buck. We have been conditioned since season 9 to expect reveals, and we as a fan base are dragging Anya for not having any. That's also true. I agree. And with that, I don't feel like Jules' reveals made a lot of sense. They were a little chaotic, but at the same time, Abracadabra is it can come across as a kind of chaotic song, but it's really not. It's very controlled in the dance and the moves and the things like that. I just felt like both of them, it's like they took an Adderall and they were trying to, like, you know, just perform it full on. It just made no sense. I wish if one of them were going to do Abracadabra, they would have like sat there and just learned all of her dance moves with it and, you know, done it completely. All right. So, do y'all agree with the winner?
Yeah. I mean,
I did.
I'm not going to take away from who really won. She won. The producers and Ru picked who they wanted to win. They knew that they wanted her to win. That's fine. I feel like the winner for me should have been Lexi based off of track record. If not track record, I would have liked probably Sam, to be honest. But I would say Sam or Lexi were my top two. But, you know, Anya was in the top 4, and, you know, she had the best track record. She had the most wins, although she had been in the bottom. She had the most wins out of everybody. So,
I know, like with what Joseph said, we, as a, like, the Drag Race fandom is the most toxic fandom out there. Like, they suck. So with that said, like, we have been conditioned to expect reveals. Yeah, you know, she didn't do any and she still won, so good for her. But I mean, it's like Tsunami said earlier, this is the finale. Like, I want to see all stops, like no holds barred, all stops, you know, like I want to see you go all out. And I don't really feel like we saw that from every single person. And, you know, maybe that means that Drag Race is changing and we're going to have things a little bit differently. But something tells me that's not the case, because probably next season we'll have something completely different. You know, again, a lot of it goes into casting. While it was a good cast, it was still a young cast. And, you know, when people have only been doing drag for 3 or 4 years, you can't really expect a level, a Sasha Colby level of a performance.
If we weren't already 17 seasons into RuPaul's Drag Race, this cast would not have been questioned in the slightest. But the fact that we're 17 seasons in and we've seen most of the first 6 to 7 seasons were made up of girls that had been in the industry and paved the way for a lot of the younger generation, I don't think we would be so like cynical and hard on some of the upcoming girls. I just feel like these girls are very talented. They're very beautiful. I just feel like, again, they're young. They need a little bit more time to cook, to marinate. We needed a bit more of a diversity in age this season is what we really needed.
I agree. Yep. And not to take away from them, I think they're all great, but I feel like if we had maybe a handful of other queens who have been there long term, or if track record really meant something and not just was a chaotic thing that they used every once in a while, oh, you've got a good track record, we're going to keep you. You know, I think things would have been different if maybe Crystal Envy would have stayed, you know, a little bit longer. You know, if there had been some different decisions made by production, then we would have had a completely different season. You know, it's just, Joseph Collins said, I hate it that it wasn't Lexi and Sam, but I'm a Lexi stan. I know Anya deserved it. I know the other finalists will be better served in their careers doing an all-star season. It's still sad. I think you're right. And we said something about Sam kind of being a little lackluster. It almost makes me kind of wonder if Sam didn't come into this kind of knowing my numbers aren't up there, you know, as far as social media and likes and things like that. I'm probably not going to win. I'm not going to go all out. I'm going to give it enough to where people are going to want to see more from me.
But like a couple of the winners in past seasons have said, it actually is better for you not to win, but to get into like the top 4 or top 5. You have a way more long, successful career just being in the top than you do as being a winner on the season. And a couple of winners have said that. So if the winners are saying that, they must see something that we're not seeing. So Sam is going to definitely have a very long, successful career.
The winners are put under such a strict contract for that year. You know, like they can't do anything without the show's permission, basically, for that year.
So she's going to have a successful career. Not only has she had one statewide, she's going to have one worldwide, nationally, and internationally pretty soon.
Yeah, Joe said, tell that to Jinx Monsoon. I think the exception to that is going to be Bob, Jinx, probably Trinity and Monet, because they've got, you know, their own stuff.
Trixie Mattel is probably one of the most successful.
Trixie and Alyssa, yeah. But those, you know, we just named 6 or 7 queens out of what? Probably 27, 30 winners that we've had now from the U.S. franchises.
Yep.
And, you know, some of them just, I mean, and most of them are still doing stuff, but there's just some some are just banned. We don't talk about Sharon Needles really anymore. And we don't talk about season 2's winner, Miss Congeniality. So, y'all, well, we have our banner scrolling across. Make sure to like us on Facebook. You can also follow Couch Potato Queens on Twitter at Couch Potato QWNZ, Instagram. You can subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also visit our new website at www.couchpotatoqueens.com. Content will be coming to that soon, but for now, it just goes to our YouTube page.
This is our last episode of this season. It's our last recap of the season so we're going to be on like a little, 3 or 4 week hiatus until All Stars starts next month. And then Big Brother starts in August. So we're going to have a little bit of a break. I still haven't decided if I might do All Stars and not Big Brother. I might not do All Stars and I might do Big Brother. I don't know. Haven't decided. Tsunami, what are you? Are you going to help out on All Stars?
I would love to. I really wish we could do these like on like a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yes, I feel like
Sunday to where I can paint.
Monday, I can do them whatever day you want. We were doing them on Sunday or Mondays because that was the only day I didn't have anything going on. But I'm now free anytime. So I can do these anytime. I just don't usually like to do them on Friday nights when Drag Race comes out because most people are out at bars and, you know. But I think Sunday night would be a good time to do it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Just Colin said, I know Dakota's right. I'm just mad I didn't get the winner I wanted. I agree.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, we can talk about when we'll do that. But, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10 will be out on the 9th of May, which means we will be on sometime in the next couple of days after that for All-Stars 10. So, Tsunami, where can folks find you at on social media?
Well, everybody can find me on all platforms. Tsunami Rayne, Rayne, Duvall, like the pageant.
Ding!
Ding!
Dakota, where can they find you at?
Facebook and Instagram, Dakota Rayne, XOXO. Make sure you put an E on the Rayne. And then Dakota Rayne Wages on YouTube.
And happy birthday again, Dakota.
Yes, happy birthday.
It's her birthday week.
I'll be 19 Wednesday. So excited. I can't believe I'm getting older.
Whenever you throw that bolt of lightning down from heaven, please don't mistake me for that whore. And throw that lightning.
I'm just kidding. I'll be 31. I'll be 31 Wednesday, April 23rd, 1994. I'll be 31.
God, I'm the oldest.
Huh?
I don't think so. How old are you?
33.
Oh, bitch, I'm way older than y'all.
Oh, Mackenzie will actually be 63 this year.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's why her nose looks like that.
No, bitch. I will be 40.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
We're going to go ahead and kick you out. We're going to kick you out. Welcome to the Mackenzie Show.
Tsunami does not throw shade. She throws the whole damn tree.
Bitch, I will be 45 this year.
And you look good.
Except for my gray.
I told her when that gray starts coming in, you're gonna have to start touching up your roots like every 4 to 6 weeks, not every 4 to 6 months.
Girl, I can't come on Wednesday. Oh, free set of nails for you on Wednesday. Yeah, because it's your birthday. Brittany's give you free set of nails for your birthday.
No, she's not. She knows I'm gonna pay her. I'm not letting her do my extravagant ass nails for free. Love you, Britt. You're my favorite. Who would have thought my nail tech would have become like such a good friend? Like we've actually become really close friends. I love her.
Oh, so you must be whose phone call she answers when she don't answer mine.
Bitch, I don't answer the phone because I put my phone on silent when I go to sleep and I forget to turn it off silent.
I never turn my phone on silent. If I turn my phone on silent, I'm at a doctor's appointment.
So my problem too, like Tsunami said, the Mondays are hard. Like most people are like Mondays are kind of, it's, first day back to work and stuff. Oh my God. Yes, I am. You can't control Daddy Warbucks' Venmo that I use. So she'll be getting paid. But Mondays are actually really hard for me. I think that's why the last couple of weeks I've been running behind because I'm actually really busy on Mondays, like doing last minute things. Sundays are out. I can't do Sundays because it's the day Joey leaves. I deep clean my house every Sunday. Although I clean every day, I deep clean on Sundays. So Saturday honestly wouldn't be bad for me, like Saturday night or afternoon even. Friday, we could even do it Friday, like an hour after the episode airs.
Girl, nobody's gonna watch on Friday nights.
Yeah.
What day will it air? What day will it air?
I'm just gonna say that.
Why?
Because everyone's out at the clubs, usually watching this live at a club.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, do we get a bulk
on Saturday? We can try on Saturday and see how it works. And we may get
do we get a bulk of our viewers live or after the live ends?
It varies week to week.
Because I feel like the last couple of episodes we really haven't gotten any engagement. Like we've gotten a couple,
but people check out. People, their favorite didn't win or their favorite, so most people check out and they don't give a fuck anymore.
Gotcha.
And most people didn't watch the finale because they knew Auntie Nerve was going to win. So they're like, well, why bother? They didn't like the winner. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like for me, Mondays have gotten to be where Mondays really weren't that busy for me. The last couple of weeks, Mondays have gotten busier for me. What the hell? Get out of here, girl. Rolling her eyes at everything I says. If she ain't interrupting me or talking over me, she's rolling her eyes at something that I said. Let me have my moment. Okay.
Not it says hashtag Team Sam Star, hashtag Team Lexi Love.
So I think Saturdays would be fun. Although you think weekends are busier, but I feel like I'm less busy on a Saturday night than I am on a Sunday or a Monday night. But we could even do it like on a Tuesday through, I don't know, Tuesday and Wednesday are pretty open. I guess Friday is out, even though Friday would be good. But I guess Saturday's probably Wednesday.
Saturday's fine.
My computer
died, when I go and I perform in Arkansas, like it starts at 9. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be painting and stuff while we're chit-chatting.
Okay. Oh, that would be fun. Like you painting like while we're like all talking and stuff. I couldn't do it. I can't multitask. I would only have like maybe my brows done by the time the live ended, but that would be fun. I think the channel would love to see you in like full regalia for.
Can y'all hear me?
No.
Okay.
Oh, thank God we can't hear her.
My computer died and I had to go and plug it in. And so, yeah.
I know. It's
Dakota. I can't even hear her.
Weird. All right, y'all.
You can't hear her either?
I can't.
I know. It's like the first time I've ever been able to like finish a sentence or get a word in without being interrupted. It's so
absolutely like my God.
I hate y'all.
Sorry, baby.
The whole studio be like, end. All right, and
we already plugged ourselves.
Y'all plugged yourself. Y'all can follow me on TikTok or Instagram at KenzieJoe205. I think I'm on Blue Sky, and you can find me on Twitter at Kenzie_reality.
Where she's just as annoying and even more opinionated. We love that.
Actually, I don't really post on there as much. I repost a lot of stuff, and that's about it. Let's see. We got a comment. Oh, Brittany Hill saying y'all are hilarious. Yep. Girl, you should already know how we are. You know how I am on your TikTok lives when you're doing her nails. I say the most inappropriate things, and that's why you love me.
That's what we do. Me and Brittany are not like morning people. So like we'll be there and like we're kind of like just kind of venting the first 30 minutes and then we're literally laughing the whole time she's doing my nails. Like I'll just be talking about something, bitching about something, and she'll like die laughing. She's like, what the fuck ever? Like, get out of here. We have such a good time. Because it takes, when she does my nails, I'm the only client that she'll let book that day. If I book a day, I have to book a day where there's nobody else on the schedule and she clears out the rest of her day. And that's all she does. She doesn't do her other job, and I'm her only client, and we just like kiki and have a good time. Like,
all right. Well, tots, what a season. We laughed, we cried, we screamed at the screen, and now we have our new queen of queens, Miss Anya Nerve, a woman who proved that Black excellence, theater roots, and one hell of a lip sync can take you all the way, allegedly. But don't sashay away for too long. We'll be back the weekend of May 9th for the premiere of All Stars 10. And you know we'll be here with every tuck, twirl, and trauma bonding moment along the way. And we'll also be back later this summer as we cover season 27 of Big Brother. Until next time, stay shady, stay sparkly, and remember it's not about the pockets, it's about the presents, darling. Bye.